development of transportation, this is the requirement. First, integrated with other modes, as mentioned by Pak Harno before, that we need integration with other modes, especially for physical integrated, schedule, or also the payment. Second is easy to access for the terminal station. And then third is reliable. What is safe, secure, and comfortable for the passenger. And then of course the affordable tickets. We have to get lower tickets for the community or for the passengers for change to from the road transport to the rail transport. And then environmentally friendly. Finally, a healthy and clean transportation. This is all the requirement when we develop the public transportation, especially in Makassar, Makassar city. So this figure, you can see that if we make the graphs of the transport capacity and also the average speed. Usually, in the urban transport, speed is low, and then we can choose which one can be applied in Makassar, whether the people mover is for small capacity and a light rail and light metro and also heavy metro. Which one technology can be applied depend on the capacity. Then the rolling stock categories we can divide by light rail transit and heavy rail. In Indonesia, we definition of the rail transit is the absolute below 11 tons, and heavy rail usually 14 or 18 tons. So light rails consist of monorail. Some years ago, the Jakarta will use a monorail, but now it's not utilization because of business. And then also AGT, automatic guided trains. You can see AGT in Soekarno-Hatta Airport, and then also train and LRT now in Jakarta LRT and also the Palembang LRT. And then the heavy rails usually use heavy rolling stock with absolute more than 11 tons. Include metro, MRT, and or high-speed rail. This figure also, if we make a comparison distance and speed. Distance is speed, and then also the distance. If we need long distance and we need speed, of course we need high-speed transportation, high-speed rail, as now developed in Jakarta Bandung. So we suggest that policy must be taken by the government or government of central government or local government. First is to determine the share of public transportation in the city. This is the first we have to define. For instance, Jakarta now the share of railway is only 2%. if we look this, city of Tokyo city is 80%. So it's need we have to increase the share of the railway transportation. In this case, in Makassar city also we have to determine how many percent can be changed from road transport to railway transport. Secondly, establish transportation regularity institution in various cities. For instance, in Jakarta Mrt, we have the BPJT, Badan Pengelola Transportasi Jakarta, only in urban area. Third is integration with public transport fares. This is very important. So the passengers only when buy one ticket can be used many public transports, as can we see in some of the city in the approach. Third is establishment of an efficient public transport network. We can use research how the network can be built in Makassar, which network, and then the determination of minimum service standard (SPM). For instance, punctuality, frequency of the transportation, service at terminal station, and on basis of trains. It's very important for minimum service standard because we will give service to the passengers with these standards. And then operators who have the ability to meet SPM. This can be audit. All of the operators must be audited when the operator meet the SPM. And finally, determine transportation technology that is suitable for city condition. So this morning we talking about the railway technology. So we can make a comparison of the railway technology can be applied in city of Makassar. Finally, I would like to summarize my presentation. First is MASCA collaborate with government and private institutions to develop system, regulation, technology, industry in the operation of railway Indonesia. Second, urban transport development needs to pay attention to appropriate technology, low construction costs, low operation, and maintenance costs. This is all my presentation, moderator. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Pak Hermanto, your presentation and the session of International Symposium. Now, we would like to move to the next presenter. There is Mr. Umar Sulaiman from the representative of PT OCE. He will present the report on OCE and PT OCE about their project for the railway system development in Indonesia or in Sulawesi. Times for yours, Pak Umar, kami persilakan.
Tes, apa tes speaker, Pak?
Sudah kedengaran suaranya Pak Omar, silakan.
Apa sudah kelihatan anunya Pak persentasenya?
Ya, sudah jelas kelihatan. Cuman
Okay, thank you very much.
slide mode, ya, oke. Silakan Pak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellency, Rector and her representative, Vice Rector 1, Your Excellency, Dean of Engineering Faculty, thank you very much for give OCI and OCG time to participate in this event. Honorable for all experts and to all speakers and participants. Respecting to the time, I would like to share, allow me to share the activity of OCG and OCI in Indonesia. This is the second Innovation Week. This is also the second chance to OCG in the event in Engineering Faculty. In this time, I would like to share the outline of OCG profile and OCG project in Indonesia, which is ongoing project and a major project in Indonesia. And the last item is future project in Sulawesi Island. This is corporate profile from OCG. Register name is the Oriental Consultant Global. Established in February 2014. Capital 490 million yen. Our headquarters and number of employees as October 1st is 500 persons. OCG has overseas offices, including in Indonesia, at least 12 offices in entire the world, including India, Madagascar, and etc. Besides that, also there is a subsidiaries office which is established in each country to accommodate local engineer. In Indonesia, we named Oriental Consultant Indonesia, and I'm the person who in charge for Sulawesi. Oriental Consultant has a business in consultancy service in energy and power, port and marine, railway and mass transit, road, bridge and tunnel, urban and regional development, architecture, smart city, airport and aviation sector. And there is other sector beside above. What's the ongoing project in Indonesia doing by OCG? In Jakarta, mostly in railway sector, LRT, MRT, also Jakarta Surabaya, and there is also sewage development project. In South Sumatra, we have irrigation project, Komering irrigation project. In Java, also there is Patimbang Port development project, and project management consultancy of the development of Trans-South South Java project. In Yogyakarta, we collaborate with Gajah Mada University, doing the world-class university with socio-entrepreneurial spirit. In central of Sulawesi, we have road and bridges project. Respecting to the time, we only choose 6 projects. This is a remarkable legacy in Indonesia. The first is Hasanuddin University development project. This is one of the special project in Sulawesi done together with OCG, funded by JICA. OCG service almost 12 years, together with a very excellent lecture in Hasanuddin University. This is special because we are participate not only improving the quantity, not only improving the facility, but also we try to improve the qualitative of education and strengthening research activities in field of engineering. In this campus also we built a Center of Technology, Hasanuddin University. It will contribute to the industrial promotion in Indonesia, especially eastern part of Indonesia. We know that Hasanuddin University is one of the biggest university in eastern of Indonesia. As PMC, we participate from the beginning, which is corporate all phases, elaborating the master plan, construction supervision, and assistant for procuring furniture and equipment. Also, we manage fellowship program. The first stage, there is 6 department, but now become 13 department, I think, and then later on promote to be institute of in one of institute in Makassar. I don't know the last update of this process. And then the second is Jabodetabek Urban Transportation Policy Integration. OCG also participates in around 10 years in Jabodetabek. Output of this consultancy service is detailing the Jabodetabek Urban Transportation Master Plan, enhancing capacity of urban transportation related to agency. Also, railway project in Jakarta area, as OCG continuously engaged by JICA. If there is a JICA funded, then at least there is 15 rail ongoing, and some full design and some is part designed by JICA. And other area also we have railway in Java Island. OCG also has experience in toll road and flyover since 70. We together with Oda Fund, Japanese Oda Fund, and 15 years together with government of Indonesia, developing the toll road and flyover in Jakarta. Beside the Java Island, we have also the project in Sulawesi. There is in Central and North Sulawesi province. At least there is 16 important bridges was rehabilitating so far. And after disaster of Palu, OCG participating in, we have a concept, there is a concept build back better, and OCG also including in this program. In Sumatra, there is onshore and offshore transmission as a PMC there, and then around finish the service. And one of the biggest port is Patimbong Port. Now it's ongoing project. 2018 until now is still ongoing. This is big port. Capacity container is 7,500,000 TEU per year, and car 600,000 CBU per year. And this is the future project in Sulawesi Island. We have we have pursued a smart city in Makassar. We have also the collaborate with campus engineering faculty to establish integrated coffee shop, but this one was postponed because of COVID-19. Ongoing negotiation hospital in Palu and some bridges replacement in Palu. This is the all of my presentation and introduction of OCG activity in Indonesia. And I like to say that for all engineers, all students, don't stay long in campus. Please complete your study and go to the spread the word. And I think OCG on OCA waiting for your CV. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan kembali ke Profesor Isran. Terima kasih banyak waktunya dan alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Okay, thank you, Pak Umar. Very interesting your presentation about your achievement from your company, yeah, especially in the some infrastructure and transportation infrastructure, especially in Indonesia. Now we back to the second presenter, Pak William. However, in this morning, Pak William is cannot join directly, and he is represented by Chief of Engineering Division of MRT Jakarta, Bu Weni Maulina. Times is yours, Bu Weni. Kami persilakan, Bu Weni.
Baik, terima kasih. Izin, apakah suara saya sudah terdengar, Pak?
Ya, sangat bagus, very good, Bu.
Baik, thank you very much. Good morning to all gentlemen and ladies. First of all, apologize that Pak William cannot join on this today's forum and discussion. I will represent him, and I will explain about the progress and also the technology from MRT Jakarta and the lesson learned from the phase 1 construction. Allow me to share my screen. Okay. Oh, sorry. So my screen is can be seen here, Pak.
Yes, the slides is clear, Bu.
Thank you, Pak.
Yeah, carry on.
So, yeah, I would like to present about the MRT Jakarta, the transforming technology for the urban society and culture. So, why MRT? The 80% of the vehicles contribute to the air pollutions, especially here in Jakarta, and the 43% of emissions sourced from transportation sector estimated of 25,000 tons per year. And 31, we have the ranking of number 31 of the most congested traffic in the world year 2020 under the TomTom Traffic Index survey, and about 100 trillion rupiah loss due to the traffic that are estimated in each year. So MRT Jakarta, PT MRT Jakarta mandate is to build the infrastructure, including stations, depots, railway and trains, and also to do operation and maintenance, station, depot, railway and also trains. And the last one is we also to build and develop the business and transit-oriented development, a transit-oriented development surroundings in the station area. I would like to introduce about the MRT Jakarta Phase 1 and Phase 2 line. phase 1 line from Lebak Bulus to Bundaran HI. The corridor is Lebak Bulus to Bundaran HI, about 16 kilometers. Consists of elevated and underground sections, and about 13 stations and 1 depot. About this construction will be presented in a later discussion from our colleague, Mr. Nanjo. And currently, we are also constructing the phase 2 area, the phase 2 line extension from Bundaran HI to Kota, and later on, it will be extended from Kota to Ancol Barat area. This another second phase, another section about the 5.8 kilometers length from Bundaran HI to Kota, and also about 6 kilometers additional extension line from Kota to Ancol Barat, whereby the Ancol Barat area will be the depot area located. This project is under the JICA ODA loan. About the estimated cost is about 22.5 billion rupiah until the phase 2A. And we have these features of 30 minutes travel time, especially for the phase 1 area, for about 16 kilometers, and a headway of 5 minutes headway. The targeted passengers is 65,000 passengers per day, and we also have achieved above these numbers. This commencement of the project for phase 1 is on the year 2013, and the commencement of the first operational is on March 2019. So we call MRT Jakarta as a new era of modern public transport, whereby there is also the transport integration, the integration between the Jaklingko, the Transjakarta buses, LRT Jakarta, KAI, railing, and also KAI commuter or KCI. The train itself consists of 6 cars within 118 meters, and the passenger capacity is about 1,200 until 1,800 passengers. So other than that, MRT Jakarta also looking for transforming beyond business beyond normal. First of all is beyond ridership, whereby we have this lifestyle and culture, and also the second one beyond physical mobility, where we also like to develop a digital transformation, to apply digital transformation, and also beyond transport network, whereby the urban regeneration and the growth within the Jakarta city. So as we introduced the MRT Jakarta during the operational in 2019, we also introduced a new lifestyle and culture into the city. First of all is the queuing. We have smooth and better queuing, and also the cleanliness, a 100% on-time performance. Also, we introduced the culture of standing and passing, whereby we ask the passengers to stand on line on the left side, and someone who will do a passing, they can go through the right side. And then we also introduce to use the bike. We also provide bike-friendly and including for the disabilities area inside the train. And for accessibility, we have the toilet for disabled, wheelchair spaces in train number 3 and 4. And we also trained our security to be friendly and also to guide them in a tactile blocks and guide them inside the trains also. Elevator areas and also braille. This is the features that we have to give the best service to the disability friends. Second of all, the beyond physical mobility, whereby this is where we put our site to the digital transformations. We have a program called the Mrtj Accelerator program, and this program is combining us, MRT, and also the most of the startup company to get a more, with the end goal of commercializing together between Mrtj Jakarta and also the startup company. So the point is, the goal is that we would like to have the increase of revenue, increase of branding, and also the customer experience. The third of all is that this is also the network, beyond network provider, whereby we also provide the integrated public transportation, and we collaborate with all the transport modes in Jakarta, including Transjakarta, PT KCI, PT Kereta Api, LRT Jakarta, Railing, and also our subsidiary company, Mrtj, to make new and integrated areas for public, so everyone can feel the easiness, the smoothness of the integration between transport modes. We also have this Mrtj as the urban platformer promoting digital mobility, whereby we apply a QR code in the stations and also the apps of Mrt Jakarta. And also later stage, we would like to apply the account-based ticketing. So this ticketing is integrated between all transport modes, and it can be easily used using apps and also having an account-based or server-based model of payment. Next one is the transit-oriented development, whereby MRT has the TOD scheme. The Mrtj Jakarta has the TOD scheme between coordination between the government, MRT, and the developer, whereby the government can give the value-added area for the infrastructure, and TOD can also give the investment and area of infrastructure, rise in the property of values to the developer, to the nearby developer, and then boost the economies nearby. And also for the MRT itself, to boost the riderships, whereby we have the management fee and MRT investment infrastructure and TOD management. So we implement this TOD in the phase 1 area, including the Duku Atas area, the Bak Bulus area, and also Block M area. So come to the construction of the Jakarta MRT, especially in the Mrt Jakarta phase 1, the project challenges, first of all, is land acquisition. We think this is the most challenges in every project, not only Mrt Jakarta, about the land acquisitions. But of course, these land acquisitions, we can really grateful because we have the collaboration with the DKI provincial government to secure and settle the land acquisition. And the next one is the underground utilities. This is also the most big homework for us about the underground utilities. And also the permits and certifications. This is because Mrt Jakarta is the first MRT and also the first project to introduce a design and build project. So the progress and procedure for the permits and certification is also challenging. And then the safety standards, we here in this condition, in the phase 1 project, we also appreciate all the contractors and also the consultants to give the best performance of the safety standards. And we can say that in the phase 1 construction, we have 0 accident, and we proceed with the best safety of standards. Coming to the second phase, some challenges like soft soil conditions in the MRT phase 2 area, especially on Tamrin area, and also land subsidence and flood threat, as we may know, especially on Jakarta in the next future. Some say that it will have a threat in floods and also land subsidence. So in this part, in the phase 2 area, we have some improvements in the design and do a better monitoring, a better standard of procedures, and also the innovation solutions are required. And then there's also the challenge of narrow corridor with a canal in the middle, and also old buildings in the close proximity. Old buildings such as heritage buildings are spread all along the line of the phase 2 area, phase 2 line alignment. So we have some improvements as to originally put a traffic decking and also traffic diversion plans. That is the most comprehensive assessment on the traffic diversions are required. Next one is the cultural heritage. This one is our first time of digging or constructing inside along the heritage area, whereby we require the contractor to conduct all necessary measures not to cause any damage to the cultural heritage buildings or structures based on the law number 11 year 2010 on cultural heritage. And as we goes by during the starting the digging and construction, we have found several artifacts, including porcelains, and mostly porcelains, and also the latest one, there's a heritage rails. Some improvements have been made in the phase 2 area. We apply a ground penetration radar for investigating any underground utilities. We also conduct a borehole georadar test, and also to give a more stringent requirements on the flood protection system of MRT. And this, we also implement the OSV, on-site visualization, for monitoring adjacent building, especially for heritage buildings. This one we apply in the Harmony to Kota area. This is appreciate and thanks to the consultant, OCG consultant, that introduced this OSV procedure for the second phase area. The next one, our improvement is to do the digital transformation initiative and to implement the BIM, or Building Information Modeling, for the Mrtj Jakarta Phase 2A, whereby we see that the lesson learned from Phase 1, we need an improvement. And the vision of this application of BIM is that we have the cross-organization coordination process to become more effective, and also to avoid rework, especially to deal with the clash detection during design stage, and to do the standardized business process for all parties, including document and asset naming, enhanced traceability and interoperability of project information, and also later on to have the easy handover for asset management to the operational maintenance team, and to mitigate the construction challenges facing in phase 2 area. So this is the collaboration through the digital workflows between all parties, including the consultant and also contractors. We have several contractors, including almost 7. Everyone shall use this BIM for the easy coordination and collaboration by using the digital platform. Some improvement features for technical wise, especially on the railway side, such as the telecommunication requirements, the PSD requirements, track work requirements, and also the rolling stock requirements. So in phase 2, we are also looking to apply and to suit the requirement from the government, especially the Ministry of Transportation. All the specifications shall be suit to that requirements. Next is the application of the railway real-time monitoring improvement, whereby we install the onboard train information system and the ground equipments or sensors to monitor train health and infrastructure status in real time, and this data can be linked to the OCC, maintenance, and other units. Not only in the railway train monitoring, but also in the infrastructure monitoring improvement, because we are transforming to the digital platform. We also apply a real-time monitoring instrument. We apply the accelerometer tilt meter and also the increase of reading frequency and sampling rate, provide smart monitoring system to direct analyze the monitoring data and automatic monitoring reading from the instruments, and also automatic notification to Mrtj key personnel to be sent to their personal device like phone or PCs when the monitoring reach the action level. Other challenges that we are facing right now is the pandemic situation, whereby in the year 2020, first when the pandemic comes and rise, we also have a going down deeply for the number of passengers. And based on that, we cater also some improvements based on the pandemic situation, like to have a more improvement in design for station facilities, compacted design with better circulation, and also behavior shaping. We can also manage to make distance for people that is coming to the stations and also trains. And also we look for the improvement of indoor air quality improvements by using the ultraviolet germicidal irradiation systems. Other than that, we are also having this kind of features: contactless ticketing system, intelligent customer service, CCTV for thermal camera, and also automated doors, automated bathroom taps, escalators and rail UV sanitizers. We are looking to considering this in the future, and to detect the crowd area. Currently, we have put some marks on the trains by using stickers to prevent people grouping and to make a disperse of distance from the passengers. So the implementation strategy, we have the short-term implementation for phase 1, which is currently procured by our O&M team. And also for the near future, the phase 2A contractors, we have provided some specifications in the phase 2 area, and also the long-term implementation for the upcoming projects. So I think that is all for today's presentation. I hope that I can give a very clear picture of how Mrtj Jakarta right now, and also how Mrtj Jakarta has improved ourselves for the better future and the better service to the public. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Weni. Very interesting, your presentation. Due to the time limit now, allow me to go to the next speaker, Mr. Daisuke Nanjo, as the project manager for MRT Jakarta North-South Line project, and we'll discuss about MRT Jakarta North-South Line project. Okay, Mr. Danjo, Daisuke Danjo, to present your material. Time and floor is yours. Kami persilahkan Nanjo-san, silakan.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Selamat pagi. Ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daisuke Nanjo. I am
Mr. Nanjo. Please, may you opt for one of your account in Zoom?
Yeah. I am mental consultant. Sorry. I am mental consultant global Indonesia Daily Project Manager. Thank you very much for your inviting us to make presentation in this international symposium. I would like to make a presentation for Jakarta Mrt North-South Line, Phase 1, based on our experience. This is today's agenda. First of all, I would like to introduce my experience. I have experience for highway and road tunneling work construction in Japan, and Taiwan high-speed rail project from 1988 to 2006. After that, I am coming to Indonesia for Java South Line double tracking project, Jabodetabek Railway Capacity Enhancement Project, Jakarta Mrt North-South Line Phase 1, and Phase 2A from 2007 until now. Consulting service technology for MRT project.
Indonesia.
Consultant provided consulting service for MRT project from master plan, feasibility study, basic design, service, construction supervision, including operation and maintenance assistance service. From 1990 to 2020, under Japanese ODA loan, which took 30 years. Construction of MRT was started in August 2013, and first high-quality MRT infrastructure project was completed with Indonesia and Japanese on time in March 2019, as total duration 67 months. This is a project organization chart, which Indonesian government consists of Ministry of Finance, Bappenas, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Public Works. PT Mrtj as sub-implementing agency is working under Special Province DKI. JICA is lender for MRT project under Japanese government, which is coordinating with Ministry of Finance. All consultants and all contractors worked together under PT Mrtj. Project outline. In the terms of the scope of service, with a total track length of 50.7 kilometers, there are 7 elevated stations and 6 underground stations and depot and receiving substation, which is in the center of Jakarta city. Railway systems such as power, overhead catenary, signal, telecom, facility SCADA, automatic fare collection system, platform screen door, escalator elevator, and track work were designed and procured, installed. Rolling stock was also procured for 96 cars. The daily operation time is from 5:30 a.m. early morning to 12 night, and it is usually operated every 10 minutes by 6-car train, and every 5 minutes during the morning and evening commuting hour. But in the future, the system is built with a design that allows 8-car train to operate at 3 minutes interval. Construction gauge and rolling stock gauge are very important for railway project to avoid conflicting between rolling stock, structure, and facility, such as overhead catenary, signal, and telephone, and so on. Red color line is rolling stock gauge, which is required to design and manufacture rolling stock within red color line. Green color line is construction gauge, which is required to design and construct structure and facility outside of green color line. Left side is for underground section, right side is for elevated section. This is track layout and station platform arrangement. Elevated station has side platform type. Block M station only has 2 platforms and 3 tracks in order to stay rolling stock in case of emergency at the middle point of the route. Underground station has Iceland platform type. Both terminal station, Leverkusen, and Bundelheim station have scissors crossing in order to switch back the train. Technical feature of the project in elevated section, balanced cantilever construction method was introduced above JOR. Station and viaduct construction by launching gantry method was introduced above public road. 3R embankment reinforced soil retaining wall was introduced in depot at the first time in Indonesia as Japanese technology. In order to accelerate elevated station construction, tower crane was used for material loading and unloading. Technical feature of the project in underground section, high-quality tunnel without water leakage was constructed. 2-meter diameter double water pipe hanging protection method was introduced above underground station. Underpinning method was introduced in order to construct box culvert or tunnel under pyramid statue with 70-meter height. Underground construction by top-down method was introduced. These pictures are shown various railway system and track work components such as substation, track work, overhead catenary system, signal, telecommunication system, operation control center, automatic fare collection system, ticket vending machine, platform screen door, and maintenance equipment. Contract terms. All civil contractor contracts were referred to period year over. Railway system, track work, and rolling stock contractor refer to period silver. All contractors had responsibility for design and construction. Consultant was named as the engineer in civil contract. We were named as the employer's representative in railway system, track work, and rolling stock contract. Consultant had responsibility for design review and construction supervision. There is a major difference between yellow book and silver book. In the event of unforeseen physical condition, the contractor are entitled to receive reimbursement of additional cost. However, risk belong to railway system and track work rolling stock contractor. Construction management consultant organization chart consists of 6 groups: project management group, construction management expert, railway system integration expert, QA/QC, safety expert, and contract expert. Elevated construction group at resident engineer and elevated expert. Underground construction group at resident engineer, and tunnel cut and cover expert. Civil architecture and MVP group had design review expert. Railway system group had various railway expert, and rolling stock group had rolling stock expert. Total employee was 172 people, including forging expert and Indonesian engineer and inspector. Construction management consulting service task. Consulting service was named as Construction Management Consulting Service in accordance with contract with Mrtj. The management task cover various elements such as design review, schedule control, cost management, contractor administration, quality control, safety control, interface coordination, traffic management, environmental control, risk management, and authority coordination, which requires a consultant extensive design build and EPC turnkey project experience and capability. The design review. Contractor design consists of inception design, technical design, construction design, and as-built document, which is required to review contractor design by the consultant in accordance with employer's requirement. Contractor established and implemented design quality plan, and then contractor made design condition based on employer's requirement. Contractor designer made calculation and drawing with certificate. After that, contractor requests third party to review design and issue certificate. Consultant review all these processes based on the employer requirement. Project management system. The consultant established project management system for 8 contract packages, including an overall implementation program, project communication plan, project coordination plan, and project monitoring system, in order to ensure the project delivery within the scope, quality, time, budget, functionality, and reliability as planned and developed in the project contingency plan, which contain all of the necessary steps, system, and process to be followed by all parties involved in the project. Authority coordination. Before construction, it is required to acquire land or MRT structure and relocate or demolish utility, facility, tree, and so on, because of conflicting with MRT structure. Consultant supported coordination with related authority for land acquisition, utility relocation, Trans-Jakarta bus shelter relocation, traffic management, cutting tree, pedestrian bridge location, drainage location, and road widening before construction. Interface coordination. The consultant supported interface coordination for 8 contract packages for the design and construction, including schedule adjustment, in order to manage all of the elements and components in accordance with employer's requirement at all stages of the project life cycle. Yellow color is provided by civil contractors such as depot, elevated station, underground station, and tunnel. Green color is provided by truck work contractor, depot, elevated section, underground station, tunnel. Black color is provided by railway system contractor such as overhead catenary, substation, signal telecom, escalator, elevator. Pink color is provided by rolling stock contractor. Cost management and contract administration. After commencement of the project, claims were increased gradually due to a delay in land acquisition, utility location, uncharted utility, design chain, acceleration. Consultant perform an evaluation on total 395 variation and query, including time extension request, based on the contract, and successfully solved all of them within 9 months after completion of the project. Taking over. The consultant established taking over committee with employer and all contractor. Contractor prepare documentation such as UAQC document, warranty, certificate issued by authority, and as-built document, and then contractor apply necessary document with attachment before 28 days of issuance of taking over. Consultant perform final inspection for taking over with all contractor and employer in order to ensure the work were actually completed. When all parties agree on result of inspection with condition, taking over certificate were issued by the consultant to all contractors. After completion of the project, consultant supported for authority inspection in order to obtain certificate and permit smoothly before commercial train operation. Building permit, railway infrastructure safety certificate, telecommunication system permit, receiving substation permit, cable route for receiving substation permit, electrical power installation, operational certificate, escalator elevator permit, rolling stock safety certificate, and license. After obtaining necessary permit and certificate for each item, Mrtj obtained for railway infrastructure permit and commercial train operation permit from governor of DKI before commencement of the commercial train operation. First successful MRT project in Indonesia, tunnel groundbreaking ceremony with Indonesian President in February 2016, site visit with Mrtj President and Japan Ministry of Foreign Affairs in July 2018. Site visit with Mrtj President and Japan Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism in December 2018. MRT North-South Line Phase 1 project was achieved for commercial train operation target in March 2019, which is contributed for economy and society between Indonesia and Japan. MRT project has been received prestigious award from Japan Society of Civil Engineering for Outstanding Civil Engineering Achievement Award in 2020 and TIDIC Project Award in 2021, which recognized internationally for MRT project. OCG received fourth Japan Construction International Award from Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transportation and Tourism in Japan in 2021. And I also received Outstanding International Infrastructure Engineer Award from Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transportation and Tourism in Japan in 2021 as I joined in MRT project. Thank you for your support and assistance for MRT project and for the success of the project and for the many prestigious awards for its success. OCG is providing construction management consulting service for MRT Phase 2A since June 2020. Phase 2A consists of CP201, CP202, CP203 as civil underground package and also railway system package. OCG would like to support Mrtj to achieve project target on time. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Daisuke Nanjo.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are come to the question and answer session. If there are any question, please raise your hand or comment on chat, and don't forget to mention your name. Don't forget to mention your name. For first, maybe 3 questions is enough, and we'll continue the next question after the speaker answer. Okay, please, if there is a comment or question from the all participants. Ada pertanyaan?
Ada yang raise hand? Ada? Oke. Mungkin kalau tidak ada Pak Isra. Ya. Bisa? Tes 1, kedengaran suaranya?
Ya, silakan
Ya.
Pak Ilham
Ya.
from Faculty of Engineering,
Yes.
Sanudin University.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. This is actually a very good opportunity for us to have information related to the potential of and possibility that in the future we also can implement MRT, specifically in the Metro Makassar. That's why in the second session later, we will also have a discussion related to, more specific to the light railway. But for this first session, we basically discuss the possibility of making this MRT in a broader conditions. So I would like to address my questions to some of the speakers, especially Bapak Dirjen yang tadi diwakili oleh Bapak Direktur Infrastruktur ya, tapi kayaknya Pak Harno sudah tidak di tempat. Maybe this question will be responded by Pak Ferdian from LRT Jakarta. My questions basically more on the possibility of looking at this prospect on the broader South Sulawesi, because I know some of the spatial planning has been discussed or maybe planned that there will be railway from Makassar also to the southern part of South Sulawesi. And I believe even some kabupaten, ya, beberapa kabupaten itu dalam RT/RW in their spatial planning for the 30-year span already trying to put the existence, the possible existence of this railway. So my question maybe to others as well, baik itu ke Pak yang mewakili Pak Direktur Infrastruktur, saya lihat Pak Hermanto juga masih ada dari masyarakat perkeretaapian, if he wants to respond to these questions. Basically my question is how we can see specifically on the potential of South Sulawesi and the city of Makassar that this can be implemented. Or maybe, probably if we want to put it more projection, kapan kira-kira? Ya, apakah saya akan menunggu dari jumlah populasi kota Makassar yang later on will be continually develop, increasing of course, or there might be other events, ya, atau momen barangkali, karena if the development in Indonesia continues focusing on construction, for example, roads and railway, how it can be connected to each other in terms of mode of transportation. This can be to apply or occupy, utilize the technology. Karena I believe that this technology can still be built without having to wait until we are ready, basically, like that. So that's all, Pak Moderator. Basically, if that can be answer for all the speakers, that will be good. Pak Nanjo, it's a very nice, Mr. Nanjo, it's a very nice and detailed presentation of this MRT Jakarta. So basically, that's my question. If can that be asked by all speakers, that will be good. Pak Moderator, I return back to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ilham, for your appreciation to all of the speakers and your question addressed to any speaker can be answer your question related to the potentially of the Makassar or Sulawesi region related to the implementation of the railway system, particularly for urban area, yeah. And the question is about how our special planning for the implementation of the railway system. Okay, if there is no another.
There is a question in the chat.
Oh, but very general, I think, about the regeneration, about the young engineer. Okay, please Pak Harno, jika masih ada di tempat atau yang mewakili Pak Ferdian, ya, kami persilahkan, dan kalau sempat Pak Hermanto can answer Pak Ilham question. Kami persilakan Pak Ferdian, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Everyone who are still in the meeting. So forgive me if I do not have a very good English, but I will try to explain in English due to the reason because almost all of the parties here which involved in this particular event is not only from Indonesia. So perhaps I would like to put it this way. The government duty is to prepare and to provide the same service for all citizens, which means that of course, that the railway is also one of the services that we need to provide as a transportation, one of the transportation mode, mass transportation mode that could be used for all citizens, especially if we're talking about the Sulawesi. So the plan is for Sulawesi Railway started in 2014, which is the president order for us to build for the Trans-Sulawesi. The first phase is, of course, the Makassar Parepare, as everyone already, perhaps everyone is already know regarding this, which is basically in the future we have a big plan to build the railway in Sulawesi until Manado Bitung, which we hope that we could, we could make some kind of an integration between all of the from the north until the south, yeah. In the recent event, due to some reasons, yes, the development is not as fast as we predicted in the very first beginning, but I think this is still the plan that we are going to apply in the Sulawesi Railway. So, other than that, we also have a plan to build, let's just say, some kind of a commuter railway line in the big city in Indonesia. This is our still very, let's just say, still preliminary plan that we are going to implement. Let's hope that within the near future that we could make this preliminary plan to become existence, and then after that we start to build the railway, not just in Jakarta, not just in Java Island, not just in Sumatra Island, but also in other islands, such as Sulawesi, Kalimantan, and Papua. Since that we also have Mr. Hermanto as chairman from MASCA, which basically are the one who, let's just say, started this plan in the very first beginning regarding the whole Indonesian plan. I still remember Mr. Hermanto ordered me to, when I was still working at the previous office, which is basically that I was the one who are in charge of supply giving the supply of rails and turnouts for all the railway line in Indonesia. One of the example is also the Makassar Parepare railway line. He ordered me to one specific things. Mr. Ferdian, we are going to build the railway starting from now in all of Indonesia. So I think Mr. Hermanto will be, we could give us a better explanation regarding the plan, and then after that, what is the implementation? Thank you very much for now regarding the question from Mr. Rehan. That's it that I could answer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pak Ferdian.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ferdian. Pak Hermanto, silakan if you have any.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Pak Ferdian, and also moderators. Sorry. Regarding the urban transport in Makassar, I would like to give some of information. First, as I know that we already have the study some years ago by the Unhas, I think, and Makassar local government. There are 7 lines already indicated in Makassar. They study years ago, and I hope that we have to make a review study for the new condition now. This one, and then the second one is the problem how to implement this development, especially in the urban transportation. First is budget. Which budget can be applied? Whether the government budget or private. As I mentioned in the presentation, that usually for the urban transport financed by the government, because it's not it is very high investment and also not profit. And the second thing beside budget is the land acquisition. The problem in Jakarta, land acquisition is not very much because LRT, we use the road and also the toll route. So that's why we do not have many land acquisition. I don't know in Makassar we still have the land or not, because if we have land, I think we can start. So and the third thing is the benefit of the development if we develop the railway in Makassar. For instance, the benefit and for the economics, especially for the environment. Yeah, so we can save from the road transportation to the railways. It means that we can make environment friendly. The third thing is, the fourth thing is, which technology can be applied? LRT, train, LRT, MRT, or other things. So if we have learned with Jakarta, I think LRT is enough from Makassar because of the land acquisition we need, and then also the scope of the region. If we develop MRT like Jakarta, so we need more budget, because if we the undergrounds, we have many budget for to invest. So if we can propose that whether LRT or MRT, but we use elevated tracks, not underground or not at grids. That's all my answer, Pak Isran. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pak Hermanto. we move to the next question. There are questions in the chat room, in the Zoom application from Mr. Herbin Beta Ubun, the lecturer of Musamus University di Papua, di Merauke. His question about land acquisition. The land acquisition is the most difficult challenge in all projects, especially in railway system project. I just want to ask, what is your opinion in completing land acquisition in this country? Very general, the question, but very important and significant. The essential of the question, yaitu about the land acquisition. Yeah. Okay, please, Pak Ferdian, Pak Hermanto, and Bu Weni, and then Pak Nanjo. If you have a comment about this question, please, times for yours. Kita ke Pak Ferdian dulu, silakan Pak Ferdian, ini pembebasan lahan ini, land acquisition.
Baik Pak, pertanyaannya tricky ini, sulit juga ini dijawab. Okay, so land acquisition is it's a quite tricky way. Well, let me just put it this way: that of course that we have a standard to make a land acquisition in this country, which basically will of course we have to depend on BPN, for example, and we have to depend on appraisal to get the price and things like that. But one of the things that we need to remember during the land acquisition is not only regarding technical issue, but we also have to think about how we are going to face the society, or how we are going to let's just say there is a social side of this, and this is one of the tricky things, because when we discuss regarding social, means that we need to understand also what is the society, or what is the especially the people who are let's say have to give their land, yeah, to be bought by the government, and what is their opinion regarding, let's say, the price and things like that. Now this is quite difficult because of the price. Usually we are depending on the result of the price, and then during the negotiation process, of course, if the price, especially there is already a standard in which I think in each area, which the price of the land itself, but then we need to remember back again to the social part of the negotiation process. So, but I think Indonesian citizens now are realizing that in order to have a bigger impact for our country, sometimes we need to lose some to gain some. This is something that we need to educate the citizen, educate the people of Indonesia, that it's not all about getting profit out of something or out of project, but it's about giving something to your country in order for us to reach a higher level in the future. But I think based on the experience in LRT Jabodetabek project that we have experienced together, unfortunately Mr. Fadli, the PPK for the land acquisition, cannot join us today. Based on that experience, I think that we already have a very good system which includes all of the parties involved in the land acquisition. And even though that we have some, let's say, some things to settle on, we could settle on court, but not without, it's not about going on court doesn't mean bad, doesn't mean a negative way. It's sometimes it's a positive way also to settle things. So in the future, I hope that the people of Indonesia start to realize that we do have a big job to do in the future. We do have a big responsibility to give the best for the people, for all of the Indonesian citizens. So Yeah, land acquisition is a tricky part, but I think we can solve it in the future. I don't have any particular answer for this, but if someone wanted to discuss furthermore regarding the land acquisition, the detail of the land acquisition that we do in LR Jabodetabek, please be free to contact us, and we will inform you furthermore regarding how the land acquisition is being done in LR Jabodetabek. That's it, Mr. Chairman, for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. The answer of Pak Ferdian. Kami persilakan Pak Hermanto kalau if you have any answer about
Yes,
the
thank you very much,
the
Pak.
question.
So regarding the question from Pak Herbin about the how to solve the land acquisition. So I mean, in my opinions, there are three parts. First is use the technology. I mean the railway technology that minimize use of using land. First, we can use the routes like in Jakarta and also in Palembang. And then the second is we use the elevated track, whether LRT or MRT, because depend on the demand. And then the second thing is, of course, budget. Budget for land acquisition is not low, but we have to, maybe government can be finance this budget. And the third thing is socialization to the community. Socialization of what is the beneficial of the railway development in this area, as can be used by the passengers. So this solicitation we used, and when we then acquisition for Makassar Parepare with last time with the local government Sulawesi Selatan. This is my opinion, Pak Isran, for the land acquisition. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pak Hermanto. Bu Weni Maulina, if you have opinion about this, your experience about the land acquisition for MRT development project. Silakan,
thank you,
Bu.
Mr. Chairman. So, thank you, Pak Herbin, for the question. And yes, it is a very interesting part, for land acquisitions. And I fully agree with both explanations from Pak Ferdian and also Pak Hermanto. First of all, is that social assessment or social impact is something that is necessary to be done before we conduct the land acquisition process. And a lesson learned from phase 1, where we use the JICA ODA loan, and JICA requires a JICA environmental study, including the social assessment for social impact to the project affected people. So this is something that is necessary to be done first thing before the project starts. And also in the MRT project, we conduct based on the law number 2, 2012, pengadaan tanah untuk kepentingan publik. So we are using those laws for number 2 for 2012, especially when we start the railway project. It's actually the strategic project. Usually it's a strategic project, a public project. So we can use this land acquisition law number 2. And some approach also in MRT Jakarta, we have some kind of public consultation. During those public consultations, sometimes we can give or hear some feedbacks from the project affected people. Usually they will say some objections, and then we can also give a mediation on how our design or our alignment can be changed. But of course, railway alignment is difficult to be changed, yeah. So I fully agree also with Pak Hermanto. If we can secure some right of way at the very beginning, it will be benefit for us using the roads. We can secure the alignment based on that. But then when it comes to entrances, depots, especially for entrances, this kind of entrances can be mediate with the landowner. That is what we are going through in our phase 1 and also phase 2 project, Pak.
Oke, terima kasih Bu. Pak Nanjo, Mr. Nanjo, you have opinion about the land acquisition problem in the MRT project? Pak Nanjo, apa masih you still here? Okay, we move to the next question. There are questions in the chat-in room from.
This section also entrance
Okay, please.
and some location we could not construct in advance because of land issue. Especially Leverkusen, bus terminal and soccer stadium. This land, it took more than 2 years. So this is also government land. So maybe we'd like to recommend to establish a land acquisition committee in advance. And also socialization is required quickly. Thank you very much.
Pak Gunadi mempertanyakan frekuensi penggunaan daripada pelaksanaan OCS monitoring and rail grading work that presented by MRT Jakarta, and also around the other question, around 40% of MRT Jakarta operation area are underground. And this considered as a confined space. Confined space requires special attention with regard to safety, especially fire safety and guard ventilation. How is MRT Jakarta is dealing with this? Thank you. Okay, there are two main questions from Mr. Yasa Gunadi. Kami persilakan dari MRT, Bu.
Baik.
Silakan Bu. Bu Weni.
Ya, baik Pak. Terima kasih. Sorry, I will answer the second question first about the confined space and the underground station. Yes. This is during the first basic engineering design at the time was conducted by Ministry of Transportation. At that time we conclude that we will use the Japanese standard or Japanese guideline for the underground fire safety and also ventilations. So this is also one of the challenge in phase 1 because until now we do not have such standards in Indonesia for the fire safety and ventilations for underground stations, stations and tunnels. So we follow the Japanese standard. So principally, for the fire safety, we are using from tunnel to tunnel, we are using the ventilation shafts. So there will be a ventilation shafts on each stations, 2 sides. And then for the fire safety, principally we are following a Japanese standard whereby there is a non-fire material ya Pak. Jadi material yang digunakan itu tidak boleh terbakar sebetulnya, tidak boleh cepat terbakar. So we are using that kind of specifications. So in Japanese standard, they say that they are having a zero accident or zero tolerance of the safety standard. So there should be no fire inside the stations, and then people will be evacuated outside in several minutes. Usually we are using 5 to 8 minutes for people to evacuate to outside. But this kind of standards, because it was adapted from Japanese, currently we are also collaborating with the Dinas Pemadam Kebakaran in DKI Jakarta to gather and to build up a new specifications specifically for fire safety and tunnel in the Indonesia area or in Jakarta area. We have to combine with our culture also because Japanese culture and Japanese environment is different with Indonesia. So that is for yes, there is a special attention for fire safety and ventilation. Second of all, on the OCS, the frequency of the monitoring is about monthly. Also for rail grinding, it's also around monthly until 3 months checking Pak. And what measures the triggers for the replacement of OCS equipment is the contact wire. Usually the contact wire is the first that is having the cepat aus ya Pak ya. Jadi the contact wires is the one that is having more wear and tear intensively. So contact wire is the most important thing that we need to check.
Terima kasih Bu. Ya. Jadi maaf saya jawab ya, tanya lagi. Jadi tadi saya lihat pakai kamera ya Bu ya. Jadi kameranya di record segala macam ya. Ya baik. Kemudian terima kasih Bu. Kemudian ini saya mau nanya yang kebakaran. Jadi seperti saya pernah baca tuh di terlaluan Inggris dulu di Channel Tunnel itu ya pernah kebakaran 2 kali kalau nggak salah. Itu evakuasinya gimana ya Bu? Itu aja. Terima kasih.
Ya. Maybe for tunnel part Pak. That's why in Japanese philosophy of design standard, we need to see where is the sumber ya, where is the base that is getting the fire at first. Usually it is in the train. Now, once the train get caught fire, the train needs to coast to the nearby station Pak. So it needs to get to the nearby station. Dan di dalam train pun ada, di dalam kereta pun ada APAR gitu ya. Jadi ada penanganan pertama. Tapi train harus berhenti. Train needs to stop on the nearby station, and then the passenger will be evacuated to the station. Now the station will be the safe haven. We call it the safe haven. Jadi titik sumber apinya memang harus dicari gitu Pak.
Baik, terima kasih Bu. Jadi saya mau naik MRT lagi sekarang. Terima kasih.
Baik Pak.
Thank you, Bu Weni. Mr. Najo, if you have any answer about the question, please.
Explains enough. Yeah, thank you very much.
Ada? Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we finally come to the end of the first session. Before we close the session, I would like to thank the speaker for the informative and interesting presentation, and to all the participants for the very active participation. Finally, give the applause for the speaker and for you all. As additionally information, for the session 2 will start at the 1 p.m. Kita start kembali pukul 1. Hope all of us may stay tuned. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Pak. Thank you.
Pak Moderator, jam 1 Jakarta Pak, jam 1 ini Makassar.
Jam 1 apa panitia? OC jam 1 Makassar Pak.
Oh ya, breaknya sampai jam 1 Wita Pak.
Wita.
Jam 1
Ya,
Pak.
ya.
Pak Jumardi, jam 1 Pak.
Oke. Terima kasih.
Kita break dulu makan siang, salat Pak. Mana MC? Masuk dulu siapa? Apa? Gak bisa ya? Oke, I'll take over. No problem. Sudah? Belum bisa masuk ya? Baik. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, itu tadi dari Bapak Moderator sesi pertama ya. Insya Allah bahan materi persentase dan absensi, tolong absensinya bisa diisi dan bahan persentase akan dikirim ke alamat email oleh panitia. Itu sedikit informasi dari panitia, dan sepertinya kita sudah bisa istirahat sampai jam 1 Pak, Bapak Ibu. Kita akan istirahat makan siang dan sholat. Insya Allah pas jam 1 kita akan mulai sesi kedua. Dan sesi kedua akan dimoderatori oleh Bapak Ismail Habibi dari Simak International. So please tune in. Roomnya kita tidak tutup. Silahkan aja terbuka dan supaya tidak keluar masuk. Demikian barangkali informasi dari panitia. Bapak Ibu, terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Kita akan ketemu di sesi kedua nanti.
and a very warm welcome to the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Hasanuddin University, Indonesia. Standing as one of the oldest departments at Unhas, the Department of Mechanical Engineering was first established on 10 September 1960. It has a long-standing history of providing quality education, with curriculum that offers a strong foundation for students to excel in their careers and ready to compete globally. This department has obtained the National Accreditation Status, rank A, the highest based on the decision of the National Accreditation Board for Higher Education. With our new campus located at Goa, our students are allowed to have space, fresh air, and the feel of a beautiful atmosphere. The new campus is a wonderful learning environment with dedicated indoor and outdoor learning spaces. As well as technology development through the Center of Technology. There instill a love of learning in our students and encourage curiosity. Teaching and learning is at the very heart of what we do as a department. Our vision is to develop an excellent program in obtaining mechanical engineers that capable in research, development of science, technology, and art, on energy conversion, mechanical construction, and metallurgy. Our program comprises of 149 of semester credit points with duration of the program in 4 years or 8 semesters. A major part of our teaching and learning activities is focused on student-centered learning and laboratory-based education. With the help of total 30 highly qualified academic staff, the diverse range of teaching methods are used for different learning outcome and context, and none of the courses are acquired exclusively by one method. The learning process is also supported by total 11 well-equipped laboratories, a workshop arena, and 3 laboratories as research laboratories to support the final project. These laboratories support the fundamental theory taught in the classroom. Each laboratory is completed with practicum models, and at each practicum, standard operation procedure has also been established for each laboratory. Other than those laboratories, the department building is also equipped with comfortable classrooms. The department assistance room, which used for consulting assignment from lecturers to students. The Students Association room, for discussions and meetings between students. The department office, which used for consultation and assistance. And internet facilities to support academic interactions. Theaters and computer lab are also available at the faculty building. As a part of Unhas, one of the largest autonomous university in Indonesia, of mechanical engineering can also access tremendous range of other facilities in the main campus. The facilities include libraries, University Sports Center, and University Hospital. Finally, our department will continue to actively support mechanical development and innovation to meet numerous goals, including the needs of society.
Starting 5,